On the news tonight, virtues of patience in focus as Jumaat sermon encourages Muslims to exhibit irrespective of circumstance. Federal Capital Territory Administration commends President Bola Tinubu for aligning with sustainable development goals for global peace and development. And third edition of Uke Day celebration showcases Nigeria's rich cultural diversity. Hello, glad to have you join us on the 7 p.m. news on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity station. I am Abdullah Hajia. First, we'll begin from the religious realm. Patience is a virtue the Islamic faith highly encourages adherents to always exhibit irrespective of circumstance. Presiding Imam at the Abu Hurairah Mosque, Season 7, Ustaz Uthman Mahmoud Saleh in his Jumaat sermon reminded worshippers of this. The report. Patience, the cleric maintains, is a rare virtue that should be cultivated, for Allah promises great reward for those who exhibit aid.
If you have a patient in your house, in your office, in your society, so you will be a great man. Because our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "As-sabru awla ya'ti bil khair." The patient is more bring a better things.
Drawing lessons of guidance from the verses of the glorious Quran on the numerous benefits of patience, Ustaz Uthman Mahmoud Saleh enjoins worshippers to remain steadfast in putting their trust in Allah, especially during the times of trial and tribulations.
Whenever test happen to you, or you enter any type of problem, you just read this dua. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Prayers for the community, national peace as well as forgiveness for the souls of the departed were offered in Abuja. Away from that, President Bola Tinubu has been commended for aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals for global peace and development. FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola gave the commendation at the United Nations Global Peace Diplomatic Award, which was conferred on the Permanent Secretary.
The FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola says aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals for global peace and development is a good omen for the country and a well-thought-out initiative of the federal government. The Global Peace Ambassador Award was conferred on the FCTA Permanent Secretary for his efforts at promoting peaceful and inclusive society.
Joy and accomplishment. You know, in the hierarchy of needs of humans, once you satisfy your need for food, shelter, and clothing, you look for recognition. When your effort is appreciated, it makes you feel happy. To be invited by this United Nations International Organization for Volunteers to appreciate the little effort we made to government and to governance is indeed a worthy cause.
Now that the FCTA Permanent Secretary has been inducted into the Hall of Fame of Volunteers, organizers say the honors now lies on the Permanent Secretary to be more engaged in volunteering works geared towards promoting a better society. Onoze Akubu, NTA News.
Talking security now, the FCT commands of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC in the year 2023 made arrest of no fewer than 99 suspected criminals. FCT Commandant Olusola Adumusu, who revealed this in an exclusive interview with NTA's Kama Kama, says more than 3,000 personnel were redeployed and loot recovered from vandals. This is in his review of activities of security for the year.
In this report, we dive into the events and challenges faced by the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC FCT Command in 2023. Our interview with the FCT Commandant Olusola Odumusu provides insight into the agency's activities and experiences in 2023.
In 2023, for me, I became the 12th substantive commandant of FCT Command, precisely August 15th, 2023. So that makes me just about 4 months in office. And I must tell you that within this period, under review, that's August till now, we've been able to apprehend close to about 100 suspected, vandals, criminals, and all sorts of people who are threatening the peace of FCT. And part of those, amongst that number, we had nothing less than 22 manhole thief covers, about 22 electric cable vandals have also been arrested, within this, this period. For me, I've learned quite a number of lessons which will be taken into 2024, and we're going to redouble our efforts. So what that means is that criminals relocate out of Federal Capital Territory, because there'll be no hiding place for you. We're combing everywhere.
The NSCDC's experience in 2023 highlights the complexity of securing the nation in the face of diverse threats. From curbing vandalization to illegal trafficking, the agency has navigated an eventful year with resilience and adaptability. Looking ahead, the NSCDC aims to enhance its operation by introducing technology to future priorities. The Commandant also says as it continues to evolve in response to security dynamics, the agency remains steadfast in its commitment to safeguarding the nation and its citizens. The NSCDC's efforts in 2023 reflects the agency's unwavering dedication to its mandates. Kama Kama, NTA News.
A good one there, Kama Kama. Now, the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, has appointed Mr. Stanley Ogadigo, a former staff of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, as its Director of Public Relations. A press statement by President of their institute, Dr. Ike Nalieko, the appointment is part of his administration's effort at repositioning the NIPR for greater professional value, national relevance, and global competitiveness. He said, given the critical nature and quality of projects and services being pursued by the current governing council towards repositioning their institute for greater value to members, reclaiming the country's reputational capital, and rebuilding citizens' trust, there is the need for a reputation building and management expert to drive the communication component. That is why the governing council looked at various options and settled for competence, experience, and passion as key criteria for approving the appointment of Mr. Stanley Ogadigo for the job. Nalieko, in the statement, described the Institute's new Director of Public Relations as a thoroughbred professional with passion for professionalism and excellence, noting that Mr. Ogadigo has a deep knowledge of the workings of the PR industry, and his appointment comes with tremendous sacrifice to both the profession and the Institute. Mr. Ogadigo holds both master's and bachelor's degrees in mass communication from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka and Kogi State University. The new Director of Public Relations is a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and a fellow African Public Relations Association. Market survey shows that Nigeria recorded average of 28.2% increase in the prices of major food items consumed in many households in 2023. The agricultural sector provides viable opportunities for the populace towards empowerment and wealth creation. Therefore, a critical assessment of agricultural activities in the nation's capital becomes imperative to develop potential and enhance growth. This is the analysis of Deborah Micah in this sectoral report.
That the prices of crops like tubers, grains, and vegetables have been on a steady rise in the last 12 months is no news, as Nigeria's inflation has remained at double digits since 2016, with a significant impact on household spending. It has been a worrisome trend that stems from different factors, including instability in food-producing regions, inadequate storage, poor infrastructure, and a lack of agricultural commercialization. Low farming incentive is not helping matters, as farmers lament several mitigating factors, a concern authorities tackled through increased budgetary provision for the procurement of agricultural inputs from 200 million naira in 2021 to 2 billion naira in 2023.
Regarding the 2023 agro-allied sector, we can actually say that the climatic conditions were quite favorable for Nigerian farmers. The rains were enough, there was no flooding, and then we're also able to get support from the government.
When the government came in May this year, a bag of rice was about 25,000-30,000. Today, 6 months after, it's almost hitting 60,000. So where's the food security in this sense? And it's not just about this rice, it's every aspect of food that we know of is always going up. Nigerians are complaining, okay, what is wrong with the policy? Where did we get it wrong?
These developments, experts agree, will boost mechanized farming more, so that farmers get to enjoy 50% subsidy rates approved by the Federal Capital Territory Administration.
We tell you that, look, we are ready to go to the farm, but how can they go and farm when the farms are not secure? So there are so many factors that are there. The threats from kidnappers are there. You can't go to the farm and feel comfortable and secure. So even the farmers themselves have left the farms. So this issue is a national emergency, and I believe that government should critically look into it before things get out of hand.
We've heard cases from our farmers where they have to pay some amount of stipends or some amount of money to safeguard their farms and safeguard their livelihood, which in its context is not acceptable anywhere in the world. We will continue to call on the government and the security agencies to see how they can stem and let this insecurity be a thing of the past.
From all indication, the FCT administration seems to be moving in the right direction to ensure food security. This is because it has shown a reduction of more than 30% in the population of food insecure households, as strategic moves are being made to strengthen the capacity of food production system to meet the yearnings of ever-growing population of the FCT. In Abuja, Deborah Micah, NTA News.
The diversity of religion, culture, and belief system in Nigeria serves as a bond of unity, peace, and progress in the country. This valid axiom came to play during the third edition of Uke Day celebration in Uke, in Karo local government area of Nasarawa State. Nguse Peve has details.
Nigeria is a multicultural country with distinctive norms and value systems. This richness in culture was exhibited during the third annual Uke Day celebration, an event that encourages harmonious coexistence among the people of Uke Chiefdom and its environs.
You can see that there is youth on this ground. You can see that the people from this kingdom are living in peace. You can see that His Royal Highness is one man that is ruling his people with the fear of God. And that is why all the tribe from different walks of life, from different states of Nigeria, are gathered here today to celebrate with him.
What transpiring here today show that Uke are living in peace.
We appreciate the gesture of the whole people who are here, And we're appreciating that every year this should be on, because this is to earmark and the landmark of peace within the domain of the Yakanaje chiefdom.
Yakanaji of Uke, Ahmed Abdullahi advises members of the community to embrace one another and live as a well-knitted family.
The significance of bringing diverse cultures together is to build hope, peace, and free and fair movement society.
With the sense of commonality shown in this occasion, it validates the saying that the unity of Nigeria is in its diversity. From Kefi Mbuse PB, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Brief. Arsenal failed to go top of the English Premier League table after the Gunners suffered a frustrating 2-0 home defeat at the Emirates Stadium to visiting West Ham United, whose first and second half goals were enough to fetch them 3 points in the match week 19 encounter on Thursday. In the other game of the night, Tottenham Hotspur fell short of expectations as they were humbled 4-2 by Brighton and Hove Albion. Meanwhile, as African football fans look forward to the Africa Cup of Nations next month in Cote d'Ivoire, information from CAF reveals the top 5 ticket-selling nations, with host nation Cote d'Ivoire leading in the first, followed by Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria and Senegal. The Super Eagles of Nigeria and 3-time African champions are seeking to end a decade-long AFCON title wait when they participate in the 34th edition of the biennial tournament. With Sports Brief, Abdullah. Thank you. Sports Brief brings us to the end of the English segments of the news. Up next is the translations. Good evening. I am Abdullah Hajia.
Amagbaje oshaje wo na bi busha kwadai iwa na basha fa ga wo mo pesi wa yiba ko wa gwa na baje ga yi bugba bwa sheba na gbainu sala bugbatu ala sala je yi baje kala ge baze aza mba bwa bugba lo sa he ga dudu bebe je ni sala ga de ustaz Utman ya Mahmud Sale bai da sanu wo bai ni juma yi sala busi Abu Huraira sala shi ba ko lo usa sa pa guta ba Abdullah jiya wada ige salaka be wada ba ige baza o wata ni wawa bugban wata shi ba fice shi ko ya ban be ku shi ko yiwe wa fu azabu ba in ba ku ba zaje bisa anabaja je sidai ige gwamnati gbadagun balabo lawu ige yi tukoda Bola Ahmed Tinubu she wasu gwado na gbadagun alafia gbado na afegi onto yiki afigibo kezedna yaka ita de shange olu shade adeshola woni be da bada de ko ni sanu wo be lo ai gbadagun asana kwan lafia nyagaga mbe la nyagaga gawo kwa ugwe wa be mana wo shilo ajelo onto kezedna afigibo abo mabmai na je ige orusia fiba wada ige abo be wu pei sanu awuke be fa ba aye wata yi sheye gudo nkaru gwamnati bibi wagodo ige abo be wu gbogbo bisho ba be zaza owu we wu sheshe ko yi na barka etu yi lo fi ekiye kwen ebie yi da ko wo lo gbogbo eyikun ni yiku ko wo lo gbogbo sheko yi gecha ga ko wo lo gbogbo wola wulo gbogbo na je waga ige iba mishi nko kwen ya sigbodo yiba bo agbeji na sapa gbogbo amagbaja anabayi kuzo eyenya ishokwaye yibele fi ye wo fi na gbada yijebodo na anabayi shokwaye ni jesu sase.
Masu kallar assalamu alaikum barkanmu da yammacin juma'a ta kaice kamar yadda aka saba
Ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran mu yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. An bayyana haƙuri a matsayin ɗabi'ar da addinin Musulunci ke karantar da al'umma su kasance masu yansa a kowane irin hali suka samu kansu a lokacin rayuwa. Wakilin Abdullahi Ajiya ya rawaito mana cewa limami mai ziyara a masallacin Abu Huraira da ke unguwar Wuse Zansabon, Ustaz Usman Ahmad Saleh shi ne ya tunatar da al'ummar musulmi haka a zaben huɗubarsa na sallar Juma'ar yau. Inda ya bayyana haƙuri a matsayin babbar ɗabi'a ta manzon tsira sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wanda ya buƙaci al'umma da su zama masu koyi da ɗabi'ar domin samun rayuwa mai albarka. An yaba wa shugaban ƙasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu akan ƙoƙarin da yake yi na tabbatar da zaman lafiya da ci gaban al'ummar ƙasar nan. Sakataren hukumar raya birnin tarayya Olusegun Adeshola shi ne ya yaba wa shugaban a taron bada lambar yabo ta Majalisar Ɗinkin Duniya da ta karrama shi da kyautar da lambar yabon jakadan zaman lafiya. An bayyana bambance-bambancen addini, al'adu, ƙabilu da sauransu a matsayin abin da ya haɗa kan Najeriya a matsayin dunkulalliyar ƙasa ɗaya mai zaman lafiya da ci gaban al'ummarta. Wakiliyar Gusa Feba ta shaida mana cewa wannan magana ta yi tasiri a lokacin da ake bikin raya al'adun gargajiya a garin Uke da ke ƙaramar hukumar Karo, wanda ƙabilu daban-daban mazauna Uke suka fito domin yin wasanni na ƙarshen shekara da raya al'adun zaman lafiya. To ƙarshen labaran namu kenan yau, kuma labari na ƙarshe a cikin wannan shekarar sai kuma sabuwar shekarar miladiya 2024. Allah ya kai mu lafiya.
Uhuruchi ọma Igbowe m, oge erukwala ọzọ maka akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Onu, gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Ndidi bụ agwa dị ezigbo mma ma bụrụkwa ihe ndị okpukperechi Islam na-agba ndị otu ha ume ka ha na-agbaso n'agbanyeghị ihe ha na-agabiga. Abdullahi Ajiya wetara akụkọ na okwu agbamume a sitere n'ọnụ onyeisi imam ndị ụlọ okpukperechi ha akpọrọ Abu Huraira dị na Wuse Zone 7, Ustaz Othman Mahmoud Saleh, bụ nke o jiri mere okwuchukwu taa mgbe ha na-ekpe ekpere maka Jumat. Etoola onyeisi ala anyị Bola Tinubu maka mbọ ọ na-agba ịhụ na o sonyere n'ihe banyere mmepe obodo bụ nke na-ebute udo na ọganihu. O kwere nghọta na onye odeakwụkwọ gọọmenti isi ala anyị Olusegun Adeshola kwupụtara nke a mgbe ọ natara maọbụ mgbe ọ tụọrọ ugo site n'aka mba jikọtara mba ụwa niile ọnụ. Ụdị dị iche iche na okpukperechi dị iche iche, omenala na usoro nkwenye n'ala anyị bụ Naịjirịa na-arụ ọrụ dịka ihe na-ejikọ ndị mmadụ maka ịdị n'otu ma na-eweta udo na aganihu n'ala anyị. Onye ọrụ anyị Guse Peve wetara akụkọ na nke a pụtara ihe mgbe ha na-eme emume ncheta ụbọchị Uke na okpuru ọchịchị Karo. Igbowe m, ọgwụla ka ọha anyị n'ọnụ n'akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Chebere anyị n'ihe oge a n'izu ụka na-abịa. Ndewo.
Kalẹ̀ o, ẹ sì kú dédé wòyí. Ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé tí ì gbọ́ yín. Bọ́lájí Mátì ni oníròyìn. ìmáàmù tó kírun jímọ̀ tòní ní mọ́ṣáláṣí àbúráírà tó wà ní wùsí ẹ̀ka kejì làbújá Ustaz Usman Mahmood Saleh nínú wàásù rẹ̀ rán gbogbo jọ̀mọ́ létí iyì sùúrù èyí tí mùsùlùmí òdodo ń láti gbìn sọ́kàn. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Abdullahi Ajia ròyìn wípé Lèmọ́mù Saleh sọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ohun gbogbo ní fẹ́ sùúrù sì ṣe pàtàkì àti wípé ó ní èrè púpọ̀ níwájú Ọlọ́run ọba ó sì ń fún ènìyàn ní àǹfààní láti dé ibi gíga. Àdúrà pàtàkì wáyé fún ìlọsíwájú orílẹ̀-èdè àti gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀. Wọ́n ti gbé òṣùbà fún ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu lórí àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ rẹ̀ kí àlàáfíà lè jọba lórígun mẹ́rin àgbáyé. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ ìjọba ìlú Abuja Olúṣadé Adéṣọlá ló gbé òṣùbà náà fún ààrẹ Tinubu níbi ìjókòó ẹyẹyẹ tí wọ́n fi dá a lọ́lá fún iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí ó ń ṣe fún ìjọba àti gbogbogbò pẹ̀lú bí ó ti fi ara rẹ̀ sílẹ̀ fún àjọ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà ní ìrẹ́pọ̀ fún lílò. Ẹ̀sìn, àṣà àti ìgbàgbọ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè yìí jẹ́ okùn ìrẹ́pọ̀ àlàáfíà àti ìlọsíwájú tó so gbogbo ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè papọ̀. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Wùsíà Tífẹ̀ ròyìn wípé ọ̀rọ̀ náà wáyé níbi ayẹyẹ àjọyọ̀ ọjọ́ òkè tó wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Nasarawa ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Kano. Ọ̀pọ̀ ijó, àṣà àti eré ìdárayá ni wọ́n fi dá àwọn èèyàn lọ́rùn. Ọba Abubakar àti ìlú ọ̀hún sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ lórí ètò náà bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni àwọn tó kópa nínú ìjókòó ọ̀hún. Tó a ò rí jù báyìí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ ní àṣẹ ti Èdùmàrè. Ojúmọ́ ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.